But first tonight, that massive project in Detroit aimed at righting an historic wrong.
Michigan is getting a big boost from the federal government to help transform a local freeway.
Just moments ago, we learned that nearly $105 million in grants from the Biden administration will help pay for the I-375 modernization project in Detroit.
Massive investment for neighborhoods in Detroit. The federal government providing millions to redevelop I-375. What the money will be used for and the wrongs it's hoping to right.
I-375, that mile-long stretch of freeway leading into downtown Detroit, has long been a point of controversy going all the way back to when it was built in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. The freeway cleaved apart and all but destroyed the vibrant black community of Black Bottom. But over the past few years, the plan to elevate that 1 mile stretch into a boulevard has taken shape, but it's still not a reality.
Thousands of cars drive this stretch of Interstate 375 every day, either heading into or leaving downtown Detroit. It runs through an area called Black Bottom, which once stretched from Lafayette Park to Hastings. The area had black-owned businesses, restaurants, and movie theaters, but was destroyed during the 1950s to build, you guessed it, Interstate 375.
Many of these interstate highways will destroy, disrupt, and wipe out African-American business districts and African-American residential communities.
Fast forward to today, the Michigan Department of Transportation says there are plans to pave over I-375 and turn it into a boulevard, which would be more residential and business friendly.
An infusion of $105 million in federal funding will give the state the power to rip out I-375 in downtown Detroit.
When the interstate went in some 60 years ago, it cut right through two historic black neighborhoods, forcing more than 130,000 people from their homes.
People I spoke with today reacted to the news that this ground that we're standing on right now will be a neighborhood once again.
William Oakes already had opinions about the project, even before U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg made the $105 million funding announcement alongside Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Mayor Mike Duggan Thursday.
And that neighborhood was destroyed by urban renewal in the 1950s and 60s.
He's talking about the communities of Black Bottom and Paradise Valley. Hundreds of homes and businesses destroyed, neighborhoods divided as a result of the Federal Highway Act of 1956.
A generation or two of black wealth has been lost. So it's great that it's going to be a boulevard, but what does it do for all those folks who were displaced?
Jamie Kendrick Jones reacted to the reality of the project actually happening.
It's humbling because we wait so long for things to happen and change to come, and we fight so hard. So I think it's really, really good.
She wants to make sure it's benefiting the local community.
So as long as it's helping people and not hurting people or making things worse than they already are, then I'm down. I'm all for it.
This money from the federal government would transform this area back into an urban boulevard. I'm going to step out of the way. Not much traffic out on the roads here this morning, but this is a massive freeway. So this has the potential to really transform the makeup of this area, of the downtown area. Now, back in December, I told you about Governor Whitmer's vision for this and her hope that the U.S. Department of Transportation would step in to fund it. Now they decided to do so. All told, the I-375 modernization project is expected to cost nearly $330 million and is slated to start in 2027 and be completed sometime in 2029. As MDOT told Action News last month, the highway will be turned into a boulevard from I-75 to Atwater. Now, also included in this project, the I-375 modernization project, with this federal money, the removal of the Jefferson Avenue curve, new LED lighting, the removal of 15 old bridges, wider sidewalks, and improved pedestrian crossing. Again, that project is not slated to start until 2027. The federal grant money is part of a larger effort from the Biden administration to address the negative effects of America's interstate system on both rural and urban areas. Detroit, a prime example of the latter. What we see now is a busy freeway used to be Hastings Street.
Now Detroit is attempting to right past wrongs.
This federal grant money seeks to reconnect neighborhoods divided by modern highways.
Detroit's not alone. The interstate system has had negative effects on communities throughout the U.S.
Well before the construction of I-375 in the mid-60s, predominantly black neighborhoods like Black Bottom were razed under the guise of urban renewal.